Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 26, week 4 recap of the recap. And they definitely put their money where their mouth is. Wow, I'm slighted. I'm so slighted right now. AI instigator, what the only reason why I sat through this ridiculous shit show recap crap was because I was told that I was going to get a twisty revealed. And all I got was the name AI invest into whatever instigator.
The
I
name
had
of the
that in my
twist
notes. Like they told us that we were gonna hear what the next twist is. Like, okay, like some incentive to see this like stupid ass recap. Like, let's not even sugarcoat it. Like, I want that hour back of my life. Like, I learned nothing new. I watched the same ass clips that I saw just last week, and I had to have freaking Jag and Cody narrating the whole thing.
You know my favorite part about yeah.
Go ahead.
No, the best part, and hello, Linda. Yes, CBS is on my last. See what they've done? They've dumbed me down. My last nerve too. Hello, Heather, Jean, and Kylan. Listen, Cody's saying Angela could win this thing because she's won more HOHs than anyone else. Dude, we're 4 weeks in. We've only had 4 HOHs. Yeah, she's won 50% of them. What are you saying? Who gives a shit?
I mean, Rachel Riley behavior. But I just like I cannot believe I just sat through an hour of Cody and Jag, and I feel like Jag didn't have anything to contribute whatsoever. Like, he had no insight. Like, you can tell the quality of winner between like Cody and Taylor and then Jag. Jag, I'm so sorry. I'm sure you're a wonderful person in real life. Blah, 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 blah. You are just like, and the fact that we have this clip show on the 4th week of this season, when he was evicted in the 4th week of his season last year, the irony of that is not lost on me. So the fact that we have a 10-0 evicted fourth boot recapping Big Brother 26 for us, please make it make sense. Like, y'all know I was just rolling my eyes like throughout that entire hour. I just like wanted to vomit.
Really? I mean,
not even Taylor could save it.
No, she looked gorgeous, by the way. She
did.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Something did dawn on me. Jojo, I didn't notice this before, and I can't believe you didn't point it out. Not Tucker, and I'm not being ugly. I'm not. Okay, well, do your thing. I'm not being ugly. Okay, maybe I can. I don't know.
This is Big Freaking Brother.
Can Quinn? Yes, Big Freaking Brother. Don't call me a bully, Lisa. Can Quinn please shave that mustache that came in when he was 13 and just let the man stash grow in? Because every time I see that upper lip, I'm like, dude, shave, please. It'll grow in thicker.
Yes.
It'll look better.
Yes.
That is like my son held on to his first hair lip for the longest time, to the point where it's growing over his lip. And I'm like, are you?
See, this is why I will always be.
I can't do it.
I will always be clean shaven because I could not subject myself to the awkward period of growing that. You know what I mean? Like, it's like to do that while like knowing like millions of people are watching you 24/7. Like, you have a boldness that I cannot relate to, Mr. Quinn, and maybe that's why I've not been cast.
I'm not being mean, but you've got, and I don't even have it out. I mean, on one hand, you've got the Quinn. It's not even a stash. It's just and then you've got the full Joseph.
from Joseph. That's gotta be like an insult every day.
Like, you've got Joseph, and then you've got your little 6th grade stashy.
Stashy.
Women get hair lips like that. We have it waxed.
Yeah, and maybe I would like Quinn better if he did have that like old cartoon villain like twirly stash, you know what I mean? So like once he does something maniacal, he can be like but like he doesn't even have that. So I don't know, like can we do like a vibe check for Quinn? Like how are you guys feeling about Quinn right now?
The silence says it all.
Who wants to go first?
Quinn is not. I'll go first. I'll gladly go first. I have just a few small things to say about Quinn. Quinn is playing for the cameras and not playing with the people in the house, and it's giving Big Brother influencer, and I'm not interested in it. I don't like it.
Yeah, he lost me with the purple Five Below suit. Okay, that was bad.
That was a Temu suit. That was not Five
Temu.
Below.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult.
Temu.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Five Below is fine. The Timo Sheen suit, it was terrible. I didn't like him interviewing people like that. I thought it was tacky. I thought that him saying, "Oh, there's been," like how cocky he was at the meeting about, "Oh, there's been whispers." Bitch, there's been no whispers. You told everybody. You have to. Do you know what a whisper is? No, because you have told everybody. And you're busted. And yes, you want to use it because you've talked about using it. And Angela had every right to call him out like she did.
Mhm.
You're a fan.
I agree.
You would use it. I think Angela, and like I said in our live watch that Tyler did not participate in, I'm just saying.
Sorry.
Since we're talking about calling out people. You know, I'm not upset. But anyway, when Angela was calling out Matt in the bathroom, I didn't really feel like she was calling him out. I feel like she was just running her mouth and she got stuck in a situation and it just got out of hand. That's all I thought it was. After getting to know her, you know,
yeah. I just like one thing. All right, I'm about to give Jag and Cody some credit here, like for the first time ever. So somebody timestamp 7:15.
Where's the mute button?
I'm glad that Jag and Cody and Taylor tried to steer like the casual narrative that like is so like inflammatory against Angela right now. Like Barstool made an article about how Angela is like the worst house guest of all time, blah blah blah.
Oh.
And like that is just like that's absurd to me because like she is not saying anything like racist or problematic. She is just a messy ass queen. And like I'm telling y'all, like Cody was talking all about like this season reminds me of old school Big Brother, blah blah blah. Like, can we please like just like enjoy the mess and the entertainment and not be like on like virtue police mode when like Angela has not done anything that is like racist or like problematic or like you know what I mean? Like it's just like a different breed of villain that I'm okay with because it's bringing good TV, it's bringing mess, and I'm here for it. So I was happy to see that they're like sticking up for Angela a little bit.
The hot take. Joseph Boza says, guys, I was watching another recap. Apparently, the evictees revealed on live that they can't talk about Angela versus Lisa. I'm telling you, they are protecting her ass. There was PR damage control for Angela, and Tucker Production loves those two. I'm 95% sure this power will go on to them. Whoa, I got a radio voice.
Okay, so in regards to that, I had a theory that like Lisa had like a legit like panic attack. Like it wasn't just like having like the Big Brother like scaries. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe it has to do with like HIPAA stuff. Like maybe like you can't talk about like, I don't know, like maybe that's or maybe I'm defending Angela too much. Like who knows? But like, and yes, everybody's experience is different. Like blah 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 blah. But like. I don't think calling somebody a twit is like the craziest, like, oh my God, she's a bully. We need to like send her off the season. Start the change.org petition right now to send her out the door. Like, it's not that serious, folks. Like, I promise you, it's not that serious. And if we can't even handle like a personality like Angela, like, what the hell are we doing watching this show? Like, do you want a boring ass season like Big Brother 25 was, like Big Brother 22 was? Like, because if if everybody keeps fussing like this, like that's the cast that they're gonna give us, is like boring ass influencers who don't know how to make good TV. And Angela is not even like, yeah, she was like highlighted a lot in this episode, but like she is not the only like entertaining player this season either. Like it's not like and it was easy to feel that way in like the first week or two, but like I feel like this week has been pretty like Angela free, and we still have like an amazing setup of like drama and strategy, and good characters, good cast. Like I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with all of it.
Did you guys notice who didn't get mentioned tonight?
Who?
Cameron, Leah,
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Well, Brooklyn had some drama with Angela, ironically, on Sunday's episode.
I guess we can't talk about it.
I guess because
well, it wasn't anything. They were both trying to squeeze out tears and cry for each other.
Oh God, have you ever done that? Have you ever done that? Like,
oh,
sorry. She literally like looked at the camera and was like, I can't cry. I can't make them happen.
Allison, I do that with you and Beth on a weekly basis.
Let me say something.
In the best loving way.
I am out of tears. I'm out of tears. I couldn't cry
Allison
right
is
now
out
if
of
I had
fucks
to.
to give.
Out of fucks to give. Out of tears. Nothing. I don't care. Aaron, what do you think?
Okay. I'm gonna start with Quinn first of all. I think I really want to like Quinn. I really do.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like because Quinn on paper, like just in life, very social person, very connected. Like I could see why a lot of people want to work with him and why he's just naturally in the position that he's in. But like some of these choices that Quinn is making is just really asinine, and I feel like it shows kind of the holes. Just because you are a super fan does not mean that you understand what you need to do in the game. I feel like Quinn on some level knows, but in terms of the execution, it's just there's some missing steps, but those missing steps are really important. And part of me is like, well, part of me does want to give Quinn a pass because I feel like he might be acting different if people actually told him stuff that should be telling him stuff. Cough, cough, Chemo and T-Core, who I have a complete rant on later. I'm gonna save them for later.
Can't wait for that one.
And Angela, I like the concept of what Angela is. However, I feel like some of the vitriol that Angela has gotten, on one hand, has been unwarranted, but unfortunately, there's probably always going to be an asterisk next to Angela, especially in light of all of the covering up. I'm not even going to well, Angela and Lisa is one thing. I actually think the true cover up is in relation to the Angela Quinn fight and the T-Core talking to Angela about Angela pointing out the people in the backyard and being like, that's the group, whatever came out of that. I think that's probably the bigger thing there. And because because Big Brother is in kind of safe mode, so to speak, they're kind of covering up anything that would lean to, BB-15 territory, so to speak. It's always going to make people look so much worse because A, there's no way for them to defend themselves because we don't have the footage, and B, fans are just going to make up the worst case scenario and kind of run with that. And also doesn't help that they like continue, because there has to be a reason that Chemo was like, oh, I can't believe they haven't removed Angela for whatever Angela did. So it had to be something that warranted, like, that was bad, because there'd be no way it would be covered up or it would be in the show if it wasn't on the feeds. I'll say that. So I hope Angela's fine. I think they're trying to make the season as fun as possible, and I feel like, Tucker and Angela are key components to that element. I don't like the America influence, because I feel like it's kind of getting away from what the concept of what an AI season should be. In my opinion, I just feel like I like the AI being like, hey, I've studied all the Big Brother seasons and I've seen blank works. Let's do a whole twist around that. But if there's going to be a whole bunch of America's things to try to protect certain people in the house or protect a certain dynamic in the house, I feel like it dilutes what they're trying to do. And I don't think they have faith in their own cast. But yeah, I'm gonna save my next thoughts for T-Cora and Chemo, because I have a lot to say about them. So yeah.
I agree though, Aaron. Like, tale as old as time with Big Brother production, right? Like them getting in their own way and not trusting their cast. Like, how many times do I say that, like, year after year after year? But I don't know. Jackie, I tend to agree with you in terms of, like, I feel like Quinn is self-producing a little too much.
Oh, yes.
And I think that he's self-producing himself to be this, like, Dr. Will, mad scientist type of character. And it all started when he was trying to, like, big brain, like, him, like, using his own power on his, like, own HOH reign to, like, just trying to, like, 3D chess it is, I think, like, the term that I use. But it is very, like, self-producing to me. And it feels like he's self-producing in a way that's, like, his game, like, totally blew up. And I feel like he is, like, leaning into this, like, crazy maniacal, like, mad scientist type of role to, like, justify that to the house, even though it's, like, not authentically who it is. You want to see a real mad scientist? Look at Tucker. Like, that shit is authentic. Like, it is not authentic to me, like, the role that Quinn is trying to ham up for us in the diary room and how he's playing this game. And I think it's just like a weird defense mechanism of, like, him knowing that his game is kind of in the toilet right now. And, like, not knowing, like, how to recover from that, especially as, like, one of the super fans, like, this season. When your game goes wrong, like, I feel like you can't help but be like, oh gosh, like, how am I being portrayed? America just voted me to be on the block out of, like, everybody in the house. So, like, do I need to, like, be a little more crazy, like, ham it up more? Like, I think, like, those are the thoughts, like, going through Quinn's mind right now. And unfortunately for him, like, his whole foundation has, like, crumbled underneath him. Like, I have no idea where he goes next. Like, I have no idea how he survives, like, the next few weeks in the house, especially now that, like, Lisa and Kenny are gone. Rubina's probably leaving this week. Like, all of, like, the like, lesser characters, you know what I mean?
The non-competitors,
the layups of this season. But, like, we're gonna run out of those eventually. We're trimming the fat, like, a lot this season already, and that's gonna come back to bite Quinn, like, sooner rather than later. Like, I can see Quinn being, like, the last, like, pre-jury boot, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't want to see him make anyone's decisions. I don't want to see him deliberating, deciding. I would love to see him gone before pre-jury. I mean, gone before jury.
Couple of things. Quinn needs to understand that his power ends Thursday, so let's pipe down a little bit. Okay, it's the rule of thumb when it comes to any social game. It's not what you say to people, it's how you made them feel that they will remember.
Very true.
It's very, and Joseph says in the chat, I could kind of see maybe Quinn is a victim of, bad editing. I've seen a lot of people love Quinn, but they hate Tucker. I don't think Quinn is a terrible person. I mean, I'm giving him shit about his 6th grade mustache because, come on, dude. But,
because it's funny.
It's funny. It is what it look. If I've got a hair lip and I'm on the show, Please say something. If I've got a
Noted.
peekaboo booger every time I'm in the gosh damn diary room, freaking name it.
Oh,
I
Allison,
don't-
you best believe when you get
You
cast
know
on
it.
Big Brother, the first time that I see you picking your nose, I'm gonna screenshot that, and that's gonna be
Yes.
the new background of the show.
Do it. I don't care. I'm not being but I'm saying that Tucker has been louder. Tucker has been more out front and boisterous and stuff. But I think because Quinn has that power and he's walking around in his little Timu suit and interviewing people, it came off cocky, in my opinion.
So
And
arrogant.
so arrogant. And next week, Quinn could be the knight in shining armor. That is what I love about Big Brother. One week we hate someone, the next minute we love them. It goes back and forth. I don't hate anyone in this cast. I think that everyone has something to bring to the table. I want to see more of other players. We're getting to that point where you're either furniture or you're not. I'm not buying this. You're in the middle and you're, no, you're either playing the game or you're not. I think T-Core and Chemo could be doing more. Their alliance, I would name Kiki because I think it's cute. They want to do something. I think that, Leah is capable of more, but she's more interested in cooking all of the food in the refrigerator before it goes bad. And I don't know what Cameron's doing. I know he talks strategy. I've seen him, but it's just I'm needing more, and this lurking in the shadows and just kind of, it's not working for me. This cast is the polar opposite of what we thought it was going to be, and they are bringing it, and I love it. I even want more Rubina, which I think we're about to get.
Oh my goodness, a lot more.
Because we got some spoiler live feed stuff to get to, but that's really just my 2 cents. Like, I'm dying to hear what you have to say about T-Core and Chemo because
Yeah. You tee this up for us. I want to hear it.
I'm ready.
Should we go into live feed spoilers at this point? Because I feel like this it all connects together.
Yes. If
Okay.
real quick disclaimer, if you don't want to know what happens on the live feed, please stop watching now and come back later. This is your warning. This is all you get. I'm giving you enough time to turn it off and get back later. Come back to 22 minutes and 55 seconds. Okay, live feeds.
Okay. First off, we shouldn't even be in this situation. The last few weeks on paper, should not have played out the way they did. But you know who I blame for all this stuff that's happened? Now, granted, it's been cool to watch. It's been wild. But who I blame for all this? Chemo and T-Core. Because let's go back to the second week. Let's go back to the second week when Chemo and T-Core were discussing, hey, we want to form the Visionaries group. Okay, we're already doing something with Quinn. Let's bring in Tucker and Rubina and make a 5-person line and build from there. But do they get the group together? No. So then by the time we get to the third week, they don't have an official group. And this opens the door for Tucker and Quinn to drift apart and Tucker to get mad at Quinn for, not telling people about the power and feeling carte blanche to just do things when if they had come together, Chemo already told Tucker anyway. So, hey, we all know about this power. Great. Now, granted, I don't think Quinn would have, told anybody. Maybe, well, actually, you know what? If Chemo and T-Core stepped up and took action and started doing things, maybe their allies wouldn't be doing stupid stuff. Because if they told Quinn, oh, hey, Tucker knows. Oh, hey, these other people know. Maybe Quinn would be like, oh, shoot, let me get in front of that. They don't do that. We get to this week. Chemo and T-Core love Ribena. They have been trying to protect Ribena. They've been trying to form this group. They have the 5 Points Alliance, which is basically what they were trying to do the second week, just with Brooklyn instead of Quinn. And they, on paper, Ribena should be nowhere near this block or even a question of being nominated.
Yeah.
But you know what they're not doing? Is they have all this dirt on Leah, who for the past few weeks has been trash talking Quinn. Ever since that weird
Big time.
fight with Cam, where she ended up revealing that the whole reason that Leah hates or didn't, feel good about Cedric was because of a comment that Quinn told her that wasn't really true about something that Cedric apparently said about her, which turned both Cam and Leah off on Quinn. They have all this information. And Quinn is telling them, I don't want to put up Ribena, but just looking at the board, I don't think I have any other choice but to do Ribena based off the relationships I think I have. And we saw a snippet of it in tonight's episode, because that's how their conversations go. Even just naming their alliance tonight, they were like tossing out names and ideas, and Chemo's like, oh, or we could just sleep on it and talk about it tomorrow. That's pretty much their approach to everything in the game.
Everything.
It's to the point where Terrence's not even going to talk about their conversations anymore, because they're just talking in circles and doing nothing about it. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, we should tell Quinn about Leah, because, I can't believe that Quinn likes Leah still. Like, what? We should tell him about it. Quinn goes up to them. Hey, I don't really feel good about Leah. They don't elaborate. They don't jump on it. Oh, and after the conversation, they're like, oh, we should probably tell Quinn about Leah. Repeat day after day after day about everything. Not just Quinn, Leah. It's the same thing with alliances. We should make an alliance. Oh, do we want this person or this person? Do we want Joseph or Brooklyn or Tucker or Ribena? Or maybe we should switch these out. Okay, we'll do it, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. And it's been 3 weeks of this. Y'all have been trying. Y'all were in a prime position to take over the game with the whole Visionaries thing, and they waited too long, and they're doing nothing. And honestly, I feel a big part of why they're not ostracized, but they were talking about they feel like they're not really getting anything because they're not doing anything. And if everybody feels the same about you that they did yesterday because you're not doing anything, well, guess what? You're in the same situation. It's just 20 days later, 40 days later, if you even get that far, because you hadn't, put in the work to do anything. And so it's like, I know T-Core and Chemo would be running this house, tearing shit up if they just did anything besides talk to each other in circles and think about things and go, oh, we'll do it later. Or when they're actually in the conversation to say something, not mention it and then remember it afterwards, and then not immediately go, oh, shoot, we forgot to tell Quinn. Oh, shoot, we forgot to put this alliance together and do something. I just want them to do something, but I'm so afraid it's going to be too late. And I'm really afraid it's going to be so late. I don't know what to do with them. I don't.
And it's so frustrating because, sorry, go ahead, Allison.
This recap is 25 times better.
Recap show.
Yeah, listen,
sweet.
you know what? I'm sorry, real quick. You know what this reminds me of? Like when an introvert is on like a upswing and they're like, I'm going out with my friends this weekend.
Yes.
We're going out. I'm going out. Let's make plans. Let's go. Saturday night rolls around. It's 2:00. We got to go out at 8. And I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, oh God, what can I what have I done?
You're explaining my life right now.
What have I done? It's fucking Saturday. Why did I make these plans on Monday? I was on a freaking upswing I'm not on that upswing anymore.
Oh yeah.
What do I got sick? I got diarrhea. What's going on? Where can I come up? I can't go.
That's like how everybody was casted. Is what you're saying? That every single person on this cast. Like, oh,
it happens.
We're here now.
But yeah, Aaron, it's like it's a trend that I've seen like lately in seasons of Big Brother. Is like these like really capable players. Like T-Core and Chemo, they are only able to like have all these what ifs and like think about all these scenarios because they found themselves in a really good position socially, but like they are just shooting themselves in the foot by like playing too passively here. Like it's the same thing with like Miko last year. Like we all said like she's a really great player. We believe in her abilities to do well in this game. She's positioned very well, but she just sat on her ass the whole season until it was her time to go. And I'm so worried. Like exactly. Mimi,
I'm being
Nicole?
serious. Like I can't remember Miko.
Nicole, she was like the
Nicole.
she works with DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But like, remember last season, like we were saying every week on the show, like, gosh, like if she could just turn it up a little bit more, like she could like really take over this game in a really exciting way. And I feel like T-Core is positioned the exact same way. Like she has all the pieces around her, but like she is just so afraid to like be a little bold, especially in a house that like has had all these like public like house meetings and like huge fights. Like I feel like that only cements even further like I don't want to draw that negative attention to myself, but like that doesn't mean that you can't be playing the game a little harder and setting yourself up a little bit better, right? Because if T-Core like ends up on the block against like somebody that has a little bit more like favor in the house, like who's gonna like really go to bat for T-Core?
Right.
Like if she's up there against like Chelsie, for instance.
Chemo.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I was introverted, but then you know what this did? It actually motivated me to actually start doing the stuff that I've been procrastinating on. Because I'm like, you know what? I'm not T-Core.
I'm not
actually do
whatever your motivation is.
They made me so mad. They made me actually like finish all my to-do list because I was like, I'm not about to do that.
I actually got the last load of laundry out of the dryer and didn't let it sit there for 4 days. I got it out.
T-Core is not playing this game. Jackie, what do you think? I heard a lot of
all of you voting T-Core for the whole season.
Yeah.
I also want to hear Jackie's because Joseph also brings up Leah and Cedric got into it the other night because women should be treated like prizes to be worn, apparently. And Jackie, I believe you sent us a link to this 10-minute long conversation.
I feel like they were getting more done than T-Core and
I know. That's why I brought it up.
Well, I don't know what happened that led up to the start of, I guess there was something that happened between Leah and Cedric, and Leah was upset about that. It was kind of like a spillover. But my goodness, that discussion about women being the prize and how the man should always chase after the woman. You know, it was giving
Cedric
very
saying
much
this to Leah.
No, Leah was saying this to Cedric.
Yeah.
Cedric was actually giving wise wisdom beyond his years of the relationship is the prize. What is this pedestal thing that you speak of? But she
like,
was more
that a question?
That is so disappointing to hear.
It was giving me very much pick me. It was what'd you say, Aaron?
Trad wife.
Trad wife, yes. Yeah. It was very much trad wife. And I'm like, okay, well that makes sense. Why she's here. I saw a comment, I think it was Mary, that said that Leah's on Love Island in this show. And it was great to see that conversation happening with Cedric, Cam, and Chelsie. Because Cam, you know, isn't that her boo thing? He was nervous about that.
He had half his face cut. He even covered and looked and covered it up some more. And I'm like, I have heard these kind of conversations, you know what I'm saying?
I'm so bummed about these live feeds not being able to be rewound because there are some really good social conversations that happen, and we're gonna miss out on them unless you're watching it from Twitter as well. So
look, she was saying a woman should be a prize. You know, she does so much for the household and the children, and she takes care of everything. And the husband is the provider, and he, you know, comes home and you do this in the beginning of the And I'm like, this is such a white girl, Southern white girl. I hear this all the day. And that's what I said. I was like, that is what is expected down here. Like, you don't have a mind of your own. You take care of the house, the children. The husband goes out. The husband goes out to bars with his friends while you stay home with the children. And you, what do they call it? A trauma bond with your other female friends about how much all your husbands suck. You know, and a woman should be. Look, everyone is a prize.
Exactly.
Tyler's a prize. Jackie's a prize. Aaron's a prize. The jury's out on me, okay? I could be the kind of prize that you get and you go, can I exchange it for something else?
No.
It's kind of where I'm at right now. But see, Tyler knows. Something more quiet that doesn't make so much noise.
No, I know what you mean though. Like, it's diminishing like the value of a person to like an object
in
that
general.
has like a worth or like a value that can be like thrown away after they're done being used, like in a very gross, like misogynistic way. I guess I missed, Jackie, you sending this clip in our chat. Like, I had no idea that this happened. Like,
Tyler
this
doesn't watch anything
so
that
gross.
he doesn't send in the chat.
Go watch it, because it was a very long clip, and it started off with Leah kind of like feeling like she had to defend herself. So I don't know what the exchange was between Leah and Cedric, but it felt like she had to defend herself, because she even slipped and she was like, I've had a lot of conversations with this men, and they would explain things to me as if I'm stupid. And I was like, ooh, okay, so this is coming from a place of like your life experiences, and clearly like where you're from, and like you don't have an inclusive ideology like Cedric is trying to say here. Like, the relationship is the prize. It's not just one particular person or even one gender or anything in the relationship. The goal is for you two to be together. And he was just kind of sitting there with a blank, his poker face.
Yes. The look on his face, we've all been there. The point of the conversation where you're like, I'm not going to win. I don't have a dog in this fight. And she's just going to keep talking. So I'm just going to not blink for 10 minutes and just go, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a very important conversation too, because Cam and Chelsie were also there, and the looks they were given, oh my goodness, it was like, I mean, Cam was like, oh, is this what Leah? Oh, okay. And this has had some ramifications on Leah in the house afterwards, because Chelsie is basically took from this conversation like ill, like I don't know about Leah. And so there has been an anti-Leah campaign that has been happening, which would have been great, T-Core and Chemo, if you dumped all the stuff on Quinn so Quinn could put up, if you told Quinn to put up Leah, he would. I don't think they realized the power that they had over Quinn. And I don't think they realize just how much Quinn does prioritize them, because even Quinn was saying that, I was like, I'm not really going to protect Leah and like fall on my sword for Leah, but I would I would fall on my sword for Chemo and T-Core, for the Visionaries.
They put it in the edit that he said that he wasn't serious about the Pentacon. He was more serious about T-Core and Chemo. They're not there. They're not paying attention.
Yeah.
They're the kind of people, like, when I was younger, before I kind of came into my own and voiced my opinion, I noticed the sort of I was painfully shy. And I would always have, my little friend and I would always just talk mad shit, and then when it came time to like tell somebody how we really felt and have that conversation, and that person showed up, we just both looked at each other like, are you gonna say something? I'm gonna say. No, you brought it up. No, you brought it up. I just engaged in what you brought up. So you say something. Like, it's you end up getting caught up in your own head and scared and not wanting to look a certain way. And you get caught up in the fear side of things and worrying too much about what other people think. And I got news for you. 80% of the house is not worried about what you think, they are playing the game. They're doing what they got to do. Okay, I'll pay the ramifications when I get out of here. But what they're doing is not terrible. But if you've got Quinn, Leah don't like you. Okay?
Love
It's
Pentagon.
bad.
It's over. Mhm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's so bad. We're starting a side alliance and we're replacing your ass with Angela
Mhm.
after she begged for 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
And it would
That's
be
where
one
we're-
thing if Leah had any value to, speaking of prizes, any value to T-Core and
Yeah.
Chemo as like an alliance member, but like she isn't winning comms, like she's not well connected in the house at all. Like this could have been an easy week and also an easy layup for Quinn to like get back in like good graces with some people too. So Aaron, like you're totally right. Like it baffles me that Leah has not seen the block yet, and that Rubina was the, spoiler alert, replacement nominee with the veto being used. I can't wait to see how they edit this. Like, I'm curious, like how much of this like anti-feminism conversation will be shown on the show. That combo was before the veto ceremony, right?
Well, yeah. And also in the chat,
okay.
Mary Duda 444 says, I feel bad for Mackenzie because I think
I
she's
agree with
taking the
this.
shot for Leah. And I agree.
She
I was
really
kind of
is.
thinking
It should be
that. Yeah.
Leah. It really should be Leah.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
MJ, I mean, you know, MJ is a really big number for Chelsie and Brooklyn. So like, I mean, there's no way that like on paper that Mackenzie should be going, but there's a real possibility that MJ could be going home because yeah, that's another frustrating thing with me about Chelsie, because I feel like Chelsie should be doing more to protect MJ, and I hope that Chelsie re-wakes up about it, because I think she was talking to Quinn and Quinn was like, oh, I don't think we should do that, and then just she folded. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just vote out MJ then if nobody really like hey you have the influence, Chelsie. You can get them to do what you want.
What is he, a cult leader? He just starts talking and you're just like, you know,
Honestly, his whole game is really giving Jim Jones. It is. I don't know how
Nexium
so,
level too. Like Nexium
Yeah.
is what I've been thinking. Like that little dude with the glasses and curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in prison.
So let's go through some scenarios here. So let's say Mackenzie wins the AI arena and it's Cedric versus Rubina.
Rubina will go.
Rubina would go. Yeah, T-Core
Rubina
and
will
Chemo already conceded that in that scenario that we'll let Rubina go there.
So let's say
I think
Cedric
Quinn would push for Rubina.
Yeah, definitely. And same for like if Cedric were to win the AI arena, like let's say it's Mackenzie versus Rubina on Thursday. Like we assume that Rubina would go pretty easily.
Yeah, because I mean, as of earlier, it was likely MJ just based on the non pushback yet. But I do think over these next few days that with more time to think about it, Chelsie and Brooklyn would be like, wait a minute, no, we really do need to keep.
I agree.
What is Rubina doing for now? Granted, T-Core and Chemo, they should absolutely want to keep Rubina, but for Chelsie and all the other people of the collective, like Rubina does not benefit them in any way. So, whereas MJ is not really with Tucker in the same way that Rubina is. So, on paper, Rubina probably would maybe go. And then obviously if Rubina wins, then MJ would go over Cedric.
Yeah. Well, for the sake of my draft team, I hope it's Rubina that goes. Selfishly,
I heard something, and there's rumors and all kind. Like I heard Tucker had a twin brother. I heard Kenny has a twin brother. I heard Takor has sisters that she looks just like that aren't twins, and all the like. Everybody's stuck on this twin twist. And then I heard something really weird today that I don't know if I want to. It was very. Have y'all heard what someone said Cameron said about Brooklyn?
No.
Oh, yes, I did.
Did that happen?
No, it did.
I can't
I saw the
unsee
clip.
it. I saw the clip. I can't unsee it now.
Cam was talking to Chelsea, I believe. And Kim was like,
It's Brandon.
I mean, Brooklyn, she kind of looked like a bleached Michael Jackson. And Chelsie was like, oh my God, I was thinking the same.
Yeah. I'm like, I
no.
can't unsay it now.
Granted, Brooklyn, because of Brooklyn's ethnicities, she is multiracial, so it does, I guess, show up in that way, I guess.
I don't know, but every time I see Brooklyn now, I find myself going, hee.
No. He gonna kick himself in the butt when he realizes she's a beauty queen. She's a pageant queen.
Yeah, and I'm not making fun of anything.
Brooklyn looks great.
Yes,
But
I just now, when you hear something, and you can't unhear it, and you can't unsee it, that's where I'm at.
Also, Cameron shouldn't be talking about nobody with his crusty, dusty feet and his poor hygiene habits that I was seeing on Chelsea's show every day.
I can't stand
Gosh,
when
I do
people
not
don't take
notice
care of
these
their
things.
feet. You've got to take care of your feet. You've got to scrub your feet. You've got to get the cat. I scrub.
I don't know how anybody
twice
goes
a
in
week.
that feet and not clean them. So I just feel like, especially with the like that stuff's gonna be around.
Yeah, I don't need to get a professional. I've got like the roll thing that's and I do it on my feet. I've got smooth feet because I can't stand it. And then when I'm like out in public and I'm looking down and I'm standing, like normally this happens when I'm like in Walmart or something, and I look down at the person in front of me and they're wearing like sandals and I'm looking at like cracks in the heel and I'm like, you need a treat. There's no cheese grater in that basket. I'll go get it. Because that's what
I should share with you, Allison. I should share with you some horror stories that Timmy tells me when he comes home from a day at the office.
I need to hear
it. So, like, just imagine the worst like feet stories. And
you know what's funny? Your fiance is a podiatrist, yet I'm the one. When I was in New York City, took you to get your first pedicure.
That's right. I don't know.
And it was amazing, was it not?
It was a little ticklish, but other than that, it was.
Yeah, you got the ticklish lady. I got the lady that apparently was angry with someone and had a bad day. She was digging it just in my feet. And I was like, God, no. But anyway, yeah.
Wait, did we also see that Brooklyn maybe said on the feeds that she doesn't believe that somebody landed on the moon?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, that was the thing where Cam was like, I believe we landed on a moon, but not the moon.
What other moon?
Ask Cam. I don't know.
Don't trust anything Cameron says.
I am so disappointed in my first pick. I just does anybody want Cam? Because like I came in hot with this first pick on like my team saying like he's gonna be like an even better, like more social version of Monty, like, and Cam is just like floppity flop. Yeah.
I think we all just have that one person that we're just
bring
like,
up the draft. Look.
Yeah, I regret Leah. I do regret Leah a lot.
I regret T-Core, so we all are just like,
my
regret is gone.
I feel good about the instinct on both Chelsie and Tucker because they both delivered in different ways. But Leah, I think Leah has potential if Leah manages to last. But like right now, the head's not there. It's not there.
Listen, either Jackie or Tyler are losing someone.
Yeah.
It's happening. It is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think it's Rubina that's going this week.
Unfortunately, I think because that, let's call it a no-mance, because they were trying not to, but then they were, and then they weren't, but they were, and then they were like, oh, we can't be alone in rooms together. I think because of Rubina and Tucker's connection, I think no matter what, Rubina goes unless she wins AI Arena.
I did not like that segment. I don't know. I'm like too old to like watch like horny kids in a house. You know what I mean? Like that's what it feels like. And I say kids even though like Rubina's like older than me, but like that's what it feels like. I don't know. Like stop trying to make
Rubina's
this like,
older than Tucker too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I love my husband. Okay, we've been
me too
we've been
boy.
together for 24 years. We had a break for 3 years
long.
and got back together. And I love him, but I'm not straddling him in the kitchen. I'm not laying all over, I don't know. I don't know. We're not like that. Like,
Yeah.
we're not like, we love each other. But we're not extremely like openly affectionate people like that. So it's weird. I feel weird when I see people like, I don't really hold hands in public. Not that I don't want to hold, I just don't. And I've had like, before I met my husband, I had guys go, man, I don't know how to read you. Do you like me? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But then again, I couldn't tell if a guy liked me, it was like, I didn't even know because I'm not picking up on it. Cause I'm not like that. I don't know. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
And I think that was Rubina's first, like that segment was Rubina's first confessional since the premiere episode. Like Rubina's
my
been like
God.
very invisible on the show.
Mhm.
And so just like I said, like she's no Kenny, but just like I said with Kenny last week, like I'm okay with the person that's not giving me good TV. Like I would much rather Rubina go than like Tucker or Angela or Quinn at this
Absolutely.
point.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I'm sure
Yeah.
you're a wonderful person, but like that's not why I watch Big Brother. Sorry.
Yeah, she was kind of just in this like having fun vibe, and there was no real. I mean, the few times that she was caught whispering, like not caught, but like the live feeds had her whispering with Brooklyn and whispering here and there. She just like Chemo and T-Core, she wasn't doing anything. Like she had access to doing something, and she wasn't doing anything. And she's I don't think that she's aware of. I don't think she's really aware of what's going on around her. I think the game is happening around her. She definitely, Mary said she's less than Blue. At least Blue was using her little nomance to her advantage and got
Who
really
was she
far
in
in the game.
romance with? I can't remember.
Jared.
Jared.
Oh yeah, because
remember those dryer sheets?
They were dropping bombs in the house and then cleaning it up with dryer sheets.
Oh God.
Especially while your mom is in the house, like
the audacity to
on
do
the
that.
show or in real life.
That's crazy. I could the confidence to do that. I commend them, but I also am like that's a choice.
Dude, I had it's like talking about I had a conversation with my son. He's called me bro twice and bruh once in the last 24 hours. And each time that is the big no-no. And it's funny because we're on the phone and he says, and he goes, oh, and he immediately goes, oh, I'm sorry, Mom. He goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut. I'm sorry. Like he knows how much I hate that. And I'm like,
what do you hate about it?
Dude, you came out of my body.
Dude.
You are not calling me bro.
I'm genuinely asking because like my dad has like the same hang up. Like, do not say the word like bro.
I don't care.
Not that I have ever to my dad, but like it's like a weird like thing. I don't know.
No, I don't care if you use the word bro. I just don't like it when my son calls me bro or bruh. Okay.
It's too like casual.
Yeah.
Or like
I put braces on your teeth. I wiped your ass. I taught you how to shit in a ball. I taught you to read. I did all this stuff for you. You are not calling me bro.
It wasn't until you said I wiped your butt that hit me now. So now I'm there.
Because you were wiping butts during the show, Jackie.
I literally had to wipe butts.
You had to wipe a butt.
Like, yeah. So now you're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And did your son turn around and go, "Thank you, bro"?
If he would have, I don't know what kind of person I would have ended. I don't think I would have finished the session because no, I'm not gonna take that kind of back talk from somebody who can't wipe his own butt. No.
Oh yeah, no.
Now I get it. I'm there.
Thank you. Jackie gets it.
Go wipe a butt.
I have a feeling I'm getting something with bruh or bro on it in the future from Tyler. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, the birthday gift ideas are like coming to me now.
Yeah.
Bruh, the new mom. I've seen that on a sweatshirt.
I should get one of those like sequin pillows. You know, like this like where you like brush your hand against it and it shows like a pattern underneath. I need to get one that's like pink or something on the outside, and then it says like bro on the inside. I'm sure there's an Etsy shop for that.
I get on Temu and I just kind of stroll, because I'm curious what's on there. I did see the hoodie with the word bra on it, and in small letters it said the new mom. And I was like, I beg to differ. How about nah? How about you put that on a t-shirt? Nah.
Ooh.
I don't think so.
Let's see. Anything else? I'm looking at my notes here. I have a problem with how they executed the deepfake HOH power thing. Like, it would have been so much cooler if, like, I don't know what production was expecting this rollout to look like, right? But like, it's weird that like they have Angela's like AI deepfake come on the stupid screen or whatever. She does the nominations, but then after that, Ainsley comes on and she's like, "Hey, this was a deep fake HOH. Like, why?
Like, we know it. Yeah.
Of course, duh. But like, you just like ruined like the like potential like mystery of it all. You know what I mean? Like, it was so
no. Quinn did by running his mouth and telling everybody. I think production could only do what they could do, right? They're gonna tell, oh, this is what this was, right? Like, we're all like they're like like.
Wait, so you think like if Quinn did not reveal the power, like you think that like Angela would have come up on the screen and like that would have been it? Like Ainsley would not have come on and said, by the way, this is a deep fake HOH.
She probably still would have, which is still bad. But I think just the fact that we were all told, we all knew, like, well, not we, of course we knew, but the entire house knew. I think that also is what like was the buzzkill of it. I mean, that was kind of poor, I guess, production choice. But
didn't he get up right after? Did he get up
right
after? Okay.
Yes, he did. And he told everybody what his whole like methodology behind it was. But I don't know if y'all noticed, but there was also like this cute little clip where you're looking at the Angela AI, and then like in the mirror right next to the AI, you can see Quinn. He's just like you can see.
Yeah,
I have to go back and find it.
Poker face.
No.
Dude, you got no poker. You should have been on Survivor. Yeah. Because I swear to God, every time you found an idol, everyone would know. You would tell each person individually, and they would all be like, well, he's got another idol, and we all know about it.
Yep.
It is. And we got some. Thomas C wants to know, what do you guys think the new twist will be on Thursday? They announced the AI investigator that we were promised something tonight that we didn't get. We were supposed to know tonight.
Instigator.
Well,
is it like a saboteur?
It's got to be something like starting something bad, something. Oh, great! And I hope it's Tucker. I hope Tucker gets whatever it is.
I hope it's like, if it is like a saboteur, you know who I think would be perfect for that? Somebody who we have not mentioned at all tonight, Joseph. Like, I think he would make a great person for like an America's Player twist, or like some kind of saboteur that like wins money by like doing some like stealthy missions or so. Yeah, and like it would be so fun.
Oh, absolutely.
And he would have his sunglasses on and be twirling the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does Quinn get to play in HOH?
Yes.
On Thursday?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't like
and
that.
He gets to vote too, right?
Quinn, yes.
And Angela votes if there's a tie? Or she votes if there's a tie. Yeah. Oh, which brings me to my brilliant plan that I brought up in our chat. That Tyler was like, wow, Allison, that is a great idea. Like, I've never had any kind of great input when it comes to really. Thank you. But I said, Angela, they need to get together, and I'm talking about the night before. I'm not talking about now. We need to get this ball rolling right before, so no one can interfere. Force a tie. force a tie if you can.
Mm-hmm.
And give Angela that power back and just piss off Quinn. Granted, he wants whoever is on the block to go, but who is on the block right now that he doesn't want to go? Like who is it? Who's up?
Cedric.
Cedric. So what you could do, you get that tie, and let's just say
Oh, and
between
yeah, Quinn can't
Cedric
break it. Yeah.
and Rubina,
Yeah.
flip it around and vote. And I hate to say it, but vote out Cedric. Put Quinn in his place, man. He's got to understand. You are not going to have this power. You had HOH deep fake-itis this week. It was 100% HOH-itis.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
it didn't look good on him. I was very disappointed. And I'm not talking about editing. I'm talking about what I saw on the live feeds.
Yeah.
It kind of blew my mind a little bit.
I'm just trying to think of like the repercussions of like if Angela were to do that. Like, let's say like she sends Cedric home on like a tie vote, like blindside, right? God, I feel like that solidifies like a women's alliance minus Angela. And I feel like that would be like the power structure moving forward. And I feel like Angela would then gain like allies in like Tucker and Rubina. I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to think like how that would go. Like if Cedric is like removed from the game, somebody who like we have been saying on the show is in like a really good position. Cedric volunteered to go on the block this week. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
And sending like such a strong message of like anti-Quinn in front of the house and such like a grand like stature like that. Like I'm just like curious like how that would like ripple effect like through the season.
Well, even
That's
if
really
it's
good.
Yeah, and even if Cedric wins the AI arena and it comes down to Mackenzie and Rubina and he wants Rubina to go, or he wants Mackenzie to go, do the polar opposite.
Yeah.
And don't breathe a word of your plan. When you've got the numbers and you go, okay, all of us are going to do this. We got it. Don't fucking.
Honestly, it would be their own damn fault for trusting Angela to like giving her that position to begin with to like break that tie.
Well, you need to you're gonna have to let her in on it at the what is it, the 11th hour or whatever. It's just and you're gonna have to say you want to be in on something. You're begging us to be on the in on something. Here is your chance, Angela, to prove to us you're part of this. And if you don't do it, you're. I'm not threatening you. I'm not mad, but I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be good.
Yep.
I like it.
Thank you.
Just giving you credit where credit's due.
I get it every once in a while, so
you do.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? I cannot believe I had to see freaking Jag and Cody tonight. Like, I just thought about that all over again, and now I need to like vomit after we go offline.
It was so unnecessary. They tricked us. Big Brother tricked us all.
Yeah. We have fourth week 10-0 evicted flop winner, and the Traitor season 1 flop Traitor Cody, and then gorgeous, perfect Taylor Hale in the middle. Thank goodness they put her in the middle of that table.
Where's Xavier? That is a good question, Mary. Where is Xavier? You know where he is?
On Anonymous.
Anonymous. Yeah. Another network, so can't really appear.
He's done. Yeah. I don't think he is involved in this anymore. Yeah. He doesn't have to be. He doesn't need it. Some people just don't need it. Well, yeah.
The Challenge 40 starts tomorrow. They had a
I thought it started last week.
Well, last week was like a pre-season special, moving into the house. Like it's just like it's just like them like rolling out the red carpet. But like they did a really great job giving all these players their spotlight, and like this is my first like mainline challenge season that I'll have watched in a while, and I'm really excited about it because the cast is really good, and like the special that they did last week really highlighted them in a really good way. So I'm really excited to see how the season starts.
Watch that later.
Yeah, it's Allison, you're gonna like really like it. It was a very good special, and I love how they like split it up into like the eras and everything. It was weird that Jordan wasn't there with the rest of the cast, but like whatever.
Jordan's not on it this year?
So he is, but like he like flew in like a day or two later. So they made it this whole like era 3 only has like 4 men. Like one of them's a mystery. Who's it gonna be? And then like they give him this like whole separate rollout as if he's like on like a god tier, like more than like anybody else that season.
Right.
In a weird way. I don't know. Didn't work. Like he just had
Tori
weird
there?
availability.
Is Tori
Yes.
Gill there? God damn it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Jason.
You know I'm gonna be talking shit about Tori all
It's
season.
gonna be
long.
fun. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. And we're just gonna stretch these episodes out for 8 months because I thought that it was like a real episode last week, and I was, I even said before the show I'm behind, and it was just an introduction episode. Ugh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Like these
I'm
people
very
weren't just
excited.
playing last season. Come on.
Right.
No days
It
off.
is a lot of the
No down
usuals,
season.
but like there are a few that are like returning for the first time in a very long time, like Aviv from Fresh Meat
Mhm.
or Emily
Yep.
Strom. We haven't seen her in quite a long time. Mark Long.
Mhm.
I don't know. Like there are some. Of course, there's
Mark
the usual
Long from All
suspects.
Stars.
Well, like mainline challenge season.
From
you know, like-
geriatric, yeah.
yeah. Of course, we have our Anisas, we have our Josh Martinez's, we have our like usuals here. But Jenny West, she's another one that hasn't been on since her win. So, and Cara, Maria, and Laurel are on the same team this time. So like exciting to see how that goes too. I don't know. There's a lot of like baked in storylines already. So really excited to see how the season goes. So definitely check that out.
Mhm.
Watch that over Big Brother tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm probably watch some of it tonight. I don't know.
You should. It's good. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about this.
I don't want to see
I don't even
Josh
know. I
hook-
don't know what that means.
I
know
don't-
if I want to know what that
I
means.
don't want to see Josh hook up with
Alright.
himself. I just don't.
I think Naya can do better.
He needs a haircut.
I'm the only Josh fan, aren't I? I'm the only Josh
Well,
fan.
I don't mind Josh. I just haven't I haven't really kept up with Challenge Josh, so it's kind of like,
It's going about as well as Anissa's challenge.
Wait a minute.
Challenge stats.
I think we had 22 episodes. There's only 52 weeks in a year.
22 episodes.
That's
How many-
half a year.
That's still a lot of episodes.
That's a lot.
Challenge. Ugh.
Oh, God. Well, in other news, I have someone here with me tonight. I just wanted to give an honorable mention to my Phoebe Michelle, who I picked up this evening from the crematorium, which
Aw.
smelled like burnt hair, but we're not going to talk about that.
It just
That's a
Um,
really good picture.
Yeah.
She's got such a funny story. My husband, who does not need to quit his day job at all, we went and picked this up, and you have to you unscrew it and take it out and put the picture inside. So I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to see anything, just do the picture and whatever. So I'm in the bedroom, and I'm touching up for the show, and he puts it next to me. And I look over at it, and there's something sprinkled on the top that looks like ashes. And I immediately stop and I go, "What the fuck is that? What is on the box, Chris?" And he just starts laughing. I go, "What did you, those are ashes?" And he goes, "Oh no." And he starts wiping them off towards me. And I jump and scream. And he's like, "No, it's not a big deal. It's nothing. That just some came out. What is your cat's ass? What are you doing?" So he thought it was being funny. It really wasn't her ashes.
Oh, I thought he was gonna okay, that's a little more mean. I thought he was gonna follow up and say "Oh, it's just like sawdust or something like that."
No, what it was, my husband's such a weirdo. He's got a mason jar that's got the ashes of his dog Putt in it. And this jar is like 35 years old.
Wow.
And he went and got some of Putt-Putt's ashes and sprinkled it on top of the box to make me think he accidentally got some of Phoebe's ashes out. And I even screamed, "Is that Putt-Putt? I mean, is that Putt-Putt? You
that's some dark humor.
desecrated my cat." It's grave. And he recorded it. He secretly recorded it. Me
Poor dog.
screaming, acting a fool, per usual.
Well,
That's
I am
my life.
sorry to hear about Phoebe.
No one takes me seriously. I called my son and I said, "You got to know my son. He's a little goofy. He might be on the spectrum." He says, I said, "Phoebe Michelle died." He goes, "Oh, Phoebe." He goes, "Oh, rip Phoebe." Like R.I.P. rip.
Yeah.
Rip Phoebe.
He goes, "That Pinky," because he called her Pinky. Rip. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you for the words of encouragement. And I'm sorry, Mom. I'm just going to continue. I'm surrounded by idiots. I don't know what is going on. I can't mourn for anybody. I can't do anything. I'm walking around the house with Phoebe like this. It's terrible. Terrible.
Well, the box looks good.
Isn't it? It's cherry wood.
Yeah.
Look
looks
at that. She's just like, you never heard about Phoebe because Phoebe was just the chill cat. I'm trying to keep without the glare. She gave 0 fucks. I'm serious. You want to talk about a cat that gave 0 fucks? This one right here. She did not care. She was sweet and patient until JoJo pushed her buttons and she swatted him. Yeah.
I remember that day.
Oh, yeah. It just went on and on. And then it got to the point where he was playing with her and she was just laying there. And I was like, what's going on with that? But check your animals. I'm just going to go ahead and say it like, Jackie, if you can, check your cat. If you can just rub her back to her tail. And if you feel any lumps or any knots or it feels like bites, like, scabs, take her to the vet because that's what I did. And it turns out that the cat's body, they can't tell you what's wrong. And she had a mass so deep that you couldn't feel the lump, but her body was telling me something was wrong by these little scabs popping up. And that was her immune system not being able to keep up. So when we took her in there, they had to, drain and see what they could find out. And that's when we found out it was lymphoma. So and I'm telling you, it happened just like
quick.
that. Yeah. So if you find it on dogs too, like any pet, if you find those knots, don't scratch them off and think they'll go away. They won't. So I'm just a little PSA or whatever announcement for animals. Just kind of.
And donate to your local ASPCA.
Yes.
Adopt a cat, adopt a dog.
Yeah.
There's so many animals.
Yes. My husband is currently keeping me away because every kitten I see now, I think needs me.
They do. They all need us.
Chris is like, no, the word is out on the street, Allison.
That's what I said
They
to
all
Allison. I was like, all the cats know there's like a room at the inn now that's available. It's only a matter of time before
who is missing a limb, who's blind, who doesn't have an ear, who needs to walk with a little cat wheelbarrow. Send them to Allison's house. She'll take care of you. That's the next thing I want, a cat with a wheelbarrow.
Oh, that'd be cute though.
With no ears.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see y'all on Thursday.
Yes.
Anything else? Nope.
We'll be back Thursday. Are you checking your cat right now? Oh God.
No, I needed to move her.
I grabbed my cat Finley. That was his twin sister, and he's mourning. It's bad. And I've been feeling all over this cat, just looking, just what is going on back there. And he's got 2 little lumps on his back, but they're fatty tissue. Okay. No. I had him, he's had his physical and they said it's just fatty tissue. It's fine. But I'm still like, I can't lose this cat. He hates everyone but me. He's my cat. He's so mean, but he doesn't attack JoJo. Like he'll smack him and be like, bitch, get out of here. I can't with you today. But whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it.
All right. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.